Hello, everybody. This is your main man, Keith, here from Keith Plays PS4 927. We are beginning Season 3 after a 9-day run of Season 2. After the Bills Dolphins episode, I may as well decide on starting a new season. And we went through 3 seasons in the month of October. We ended Season 1 on October 13th. We started Season 1 same day, Season 2 same day, and then we ended Season 2 today, and we're starting Season 3 right now. The Houston Texans will be traveling to the 215 and the 267 in Eastern Pennysvania, home of the Liberty Bell, and it is home of the Philadelphia cheesesteaks, which they're really well known for. I like them at Sheetz, though, but I mainly just get a mozzarella sticks and Dr. Pepper there. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys in Philadelphia, PA, at the Lincoln Financial Field, also known as the Link, near the Cherry Hill, New Jersey border. We are here at the Lincoln Financial Field here in Philadelphia, PA, which opened back in 2003. They played their 31 previous seasons at Veterans Stadium, which is now demolished. Last played there in 2002. As we see the Eagles come out of the tunnel to battle off against the Houston Texans.
From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
Alright, now we're ready to kick off. Return to kickoff here with Miles Sanders, the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native, as he will their team's running back here. And he's going to break a couple of tackles. Will he make it all the way to the end zone is the real question here. And yes, he will make it. And that is a touchdown there. He does a snow angel there, despite not being snowy. 103 yards. That is so incredible by Miles Sanders. This is a great way to start off Season 3, by the way, folks. As he just slides on in, breaks a couple of tackles, and then just returns it all the way to the other side of the field. Touchdown Eagles, and it's now going to be 7-0 here in Philadelphia. Alright, now Deshaun Watson is ready to step onto the field for the first time today. The University of Clemson product, and we're going to blitz here on 1st and 10. Now from the 25. So he will make the reception, Darren Fells, and he will get stopped there at the 40, 1 for 1, 15 yards at time. So still 7-0, first down. Thinking he's ready to back the pass. And he's going to get stopped at the 50 there, as it will be 2nd and 1. And we may as well blitz on this play too. So he's going to throw the ball, and he's going to get sacked as the Philadelphia Eagles are ready to return here. And I'm thinking it could be Nigel Bradham that returns it all the way. No, Jatavis Brown, excuse me. It was Jatavis Brown who just recovered the fumble, returned it to the other side of the field. Touchdown, Eagles, as it's now going to be 14-0. And we are going to take a break. Alright, now it is going to be kickoff time, as we are ready to kick off here. No, wait. It is 4th down and 16 now from the 18, and we have Miles Sanders, the team's running back, who did a tremendous 103-foot kickoff return for a touchdown. And we're going to go all the way back to the 11-yard line. As we see Carson Wentz step onto the field for the first time today, the University of North Dakota product. And this will be a first down for the Eagles. This is their first time on offense since we returned that 103-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And he will get stopped at the 30-yard line as it will be 1st and 10. So it's 1st down and 10. Wentz is back to pass. He's going to throw it to Alshon Jeffrey, and it's completed that time. So now it's 1st and 10. I'm going to break a couple of tackles and do a run play. Despite being a pass play, I'm just going to run it in regardless. So 1st down and 10. All right, now we got 16 seconds to go. All right, now Wentz is back to pass. I'm going to pass it off to Zach Ertz. It's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now from the 34. And he is ready to catch there, and he does. It's the end of the quarter, folks, as it's now 14-0 here in Philly. And the Eagles are doing a pretty good job, and they did really well in the first quarter. They started off with that 103 yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and then it ended up with the Jatavis Brown fumble recovery into the end zone, which resulted in a TD, which, by the way, was Houston's first turnover of the game. Surprising fact about the Philadelphia Eagles connecting to the Houston teams, and Zach Ertz gets a touchdown. First receiving touchdown of the game for Zach Ertz. So the interesting fact is, the Houston Oilers, who are now the Tennessee Titans, never won against the Philadelphia Eagles. So are the Houston Texans. They've never won in Philly, and the Philadelphia Eagles have always won when they traveled to Houston to beat the Oilers and the Texans. All right, the Texans have the ball as it's now 1st and 10 from the 22, I'm thinking it could be. So now he's ready to throw there, and he will get sacked by Fletcher Cox, 3rd sack of the game. And I will guarantee you this. I can guarantee you one thing and one thing only. If he does this performance pretty well in this game, he's likely going to be defensive player of the game for the Philadelphia Eagles if they win. So it's now 21-0 here in Philly as the Texans are ready to throw the ball. They're just going to run it out. Oh, and gets a fumble. And Brandon Graham I think he's going to return it all the way. Do you think so? Yes, it is. And he makes it in. Touchdown, Eagles. This is Houston's 2nd turnover of the game, and the 2nd turnover for a touchdown for the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, this is incredible. This defense has done so good in the first half so far, and we're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys when we are back on offense. Will Parks gets an interception for the Philadelphia Eagles during the break. So now it is up to Carson Wentz and the Eagles to step onto the field. And this is Houston's 3rd turnover of the game. 1st and 10 now from the 17. Could he get it into the 1st down line? And he makes it into the 1st and goal from the 1 there. But does he make the touchdown? No, he does not. But we can make it happen, and then we can lead the pointage by 7, as it's now going to be 34-0 as he dives on in there. Touchdown, Eagles, as it's now going to be 35-0 in Philadelphia. Okay, now we're going to use a blitz play here as Looks like Deshaun Watson is ready to hand the ball off to David Johnson. And there is the 2-minute warning, and he will get stopped at the 12-yard line. I always confuse that with Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson is junior. Uh-oh. And will he get it into the end zone? Yes, he will. Fletcher Cox gets a fumble recovery and then gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles, as it's now going to be 42. It will be 41, but then when we add it up, it will be 42-0 here in Philadelphia. Alright, now we're ready to return the kickoff, the punt return here. During our break, they did not make a single completed pass to Deshaun Watson. So now we got Darius Slay, the team's cornerback. Here, will he break at least a couple of tackles? Hopefully he can get... Oh, he spins it out. He's going to break a couple of tackles. Will he make it in all the way to the other side of the field? And he does a front flip his way into the field, as it will be an 84-yard return there. And it will now be 48-0. Hopefully we can do a 2-point conversion here, like we have been doing, folks, in the last couple of videos. Most of the time it's successful, and let's hope this one does. If not, oh well. Oh well, it didn't make it in, so we're still leading 48-0 here in Philadelphia. What a dominant performance for this Eagles team. Like, they're so fast, and wow. So, we will see you guys at the second half. We're going to take a break here. It is 1st and 10 now. We're going to use a blitz here on this play. 1st and 10. Watson is, I think, ready to pass. And he's looking for his main receiver there. Incomplete. It was intended for Brandon Cooks. 2nd and 10. Also another incomplete pass. He is 3 for 8 on the day with 35 yards in and 1 INT. Houston has 4 turnovers in this game so far. All the fumbles that were recovered by the Eagles were all led into 6 points. This is going to end the first half. So they're going to be ready to punt here to Darius Slay, the former Detroit Lions cornerback. And he's going to get stopped at the 44, and this is about time to end the first half, as the Philadelphia Eagles are leading 48-0 here at Lincoln Financial Field. Alright, now we're ready to kick off the second half, as it's now 48-0 here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Texans need to get at least a touchdown, but they're going to return here, and they will unfortunately get stopped at the 25. And this will be a 1st down and 10 for the Eagles for the Texans rather. And we see Deshaun Watson. I'm thinking with this formation he's going to pass here, and this thought it would have been completed, but turns out incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now from the 25. So it's 2nd and 10 now. He's going to hand the ball off to David Johnson, but there is a flag. And there is a fumble recovery. I think it's by Will Parks as well. I think it's illegal hands to the face, so illegal block in the back, excuse me. So we're going to accept here. I know we didn't decline, but it doesn't really matter. I do either or. But on these types of plays, like if it's holding, I usually just decline, because they'll get another down whatsoever. And we are ready to blitz here as it's now 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. And he's going to get sacked by Javon Hargrave, the former Pittsburgh Steelers defensive lineman. As we're going to do a 46 formation here. We're going to use the 46 defense. And Brandon Cooks gets a reception, but does he get it in for the first down? Yes, he will. Fortunately, so we're at the middle of the field here at the 50. So now Deshaun Watson, he's going to pass it. Incomplete, 5 for 12 on the day, 63 yards and an interception whatsoever. Houston has 4 turnovers in this game. Eagles are doing a dominant job here. And they will get a reception, and this will be first down. All right, the Philadelphia Eagles, Derek Barnett pins Deshaun Watson in the end zone. And that will lead us 2 points up on the board there. He's just scrambling, trying to find a receiver. But then, unfortunately, he gets sacked for a 2-point safety. And they're going to punt it away at the 20-yard line. We got some Miles Sanders ready to return here from the 50. And he's going to get stopped, I think, at the 39. And this will be a 1st and 10 now for the Philadelphia Eagles. So he will hand the ball off to Miles Sanders. He's going to juke this way out. He's going to juke it here. He's going to get it down at the 38. 4 rushes, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Houston allowed 130 total yards in this game, in fact. I mean, I'm going to say our defense has done pretty phenomenal in this game this whole time. I think there were three defensive touchdowns and a 2-point safety that made it like this. So, and it's the end of the third quarter here in the 215 and the 267 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 14 plus 34 is 48. Plus 2 is 50. Because we scored 2 touchdowns in the first half and they weren't really used by the offense. And Carson Wentz gets it down at the 12 there. All right, ready to pass. Wentz, he's going to pass it off to Ertz. And will Ertz get it in for the first down? They're going to say no. He will not. But he will get pretty close to it. He's ready to pass here on 1st and 10. He's going to pass it off to Zach Ertz. And Ertz gets the touchdown. Second receiving touchdown of the game here for Zach Ertz. And it's now going to be 57-0 here in Philly. All right, now we're going to use a zone play here as it's 1st down and 10 from the 26. And he's going to run this out. Oh, and there's a fumble. Fletcher Cox, I think, is going to run this out, and he's going to do a front flip. Touchdown, Eagles, as it's now going to be 64-0 here in Lincoln Financial Field, where the Liberty Bell has been ringing and ringing after every Eagles touchdown made by the defense. So this is Houston's 5th turnover of the game, and it's now going to be 64-0, and we're going to take a break. What you guys just missed here was Houston's 6th turnover of the game, and this time it was not recorded for a touchdown. The fumble recovery-wise, 2-minute warning. This seems to be, there's a Philadelphia Sports Metroplex. You saw Citizens Bank Park where the Philadelphia Phillies play. And I think it's called Wells Fargo Arena where the Philadelphia 76ers play. They started playing there during Allen Iverson's rookie year in 1996. That's also the year where the Philadelphia Eagles brought their current midnight green color. They wore Kelly green all those previous years. I think it all began with the Chuck Bednarik era, and then they decided to change it. I kind of like that. I really like that color because it's kind of like a tealish green. It looks more teal, but in reality, it's green. So they are inside the 5 there. So now he is ready to pass. You know what? I'm just going to run it with Carson Wentz, and he will get sacked no other by J.J. Watt, and this will be his first sack of the game. He has not made a sack all game, and this is the first sack. And he will get stopped again. And the Philadelphia Eagles take the W here in Philadelphia, PA, in the 215 and the 267, where the Liberty Bell is ringing all the time because the Eagles just took the W just to begin off season 3. To start off season 3, the Philadelphia Eagles take the W at home. The final score is the Philadelphia Eagles 64, the Houston Texans nothing. Okay, now let's check out the team stats. As you guys saw, the Philadelphia Eagles won it big time, 64 to nothing. Total offense, 185 for the Eagles, 127 rushing yards, 58 passing yards total. Houston had -3 total offense. They had -51 rushing yards, 48 passing yards. Philadelphia had 10 passing downs. Punt return yards, 104. Houston did not return any punts. Kickoff return yards, 195. We have less, though, because, well, we didn't kick off we didn't return as much since they scored nothing at all. And it began off with a 103-yard kickoff return touchdown, and I think it led to the 2-point safety, the free kick. Total yards, so we got 417 there to 192. Houston, however, had 6 turnovers in this game. 4 out of the 6 of them were returned for touchdowns, however, and we will get to that in a minute. So we got 3 red zone touchdowns whatsoever. Houston had 2 penalties. One of them was illegal hands to the face or illegal block in the back, and then another one was a holding call, which I accepted as well. Player stats, Deshaun Watson was 7 for 14, 92 passing yards, and he had no touchdowns, but he did have an INT, however. 144.9 passer rating for Carson Wentz, 6 out of 7, 65 yards, and 2 touchdowns there that time. Carson Wentz had 7 rushes, 43 yards, and no touchdowns. Miles Sanders, on the other hand, did in fact have 6 rushes, 84 yards, and 1 touchdown. David Johnson had 4 attempts, 2 yards, and no touchdowns as well. Zach Ertz had 5 receptions, 45 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. Darren Fells had 3 receptions, 35 yards, and 0 touchdowns. Alshon Jeffrey had 1 reception at 20 yards. Randall Cobb had 1 reception and 6 yards in. So let's see defensively how many sacks. Fletcher Cox had the most. 4 sacks for the Eagles. Rodney McLeod Jr. had 2 sacks on the day. Derek Barnett had 1 sack. Brandon Graham had a sack. And J.J. Watt got Houston's only sack. Will Parks and Javon Hargrave, respectively, all had 0.5 sacks. Will Parks got an interception there. Let's see all the fumble recoveries. Fletcher Cox had 3 of them. Brandon Graham had 1. Jatavis Brown all had 1. Derek Barnett scored the team's only safety. 2 touchdowns for Fletcher Cox, fumble recovery-wise. Brandon Graham recovered 1 and scored it to the end zone for a touchdown. And Jatavis Brown got a fumble recovery and scored it for a touchdown. I think that wraps it up, everybody. And we will see you guys next time. And for the next episode, episode 2, will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Baltimore Ravens. So that wraps it up, everybody. See you guys next time. Peace out. Have a great Thursday evening.